Hello everyone, it's Nick Lawson with cdc-TakeCharge services. This is lesson 7 on how to build a more user-friendly and robust contact application in Alpha software. Today what we're going to discuss is table design, the onFetch event, and building lists from external database tables. To start off, let's go ahead and look at our people form. Now, as we mentioned the other day, we've added some items. We have the new search feature. We have the Rolodex that allows you to view it the way it was originally designed. And we have our form that emulates a tabbed form. Under our contact methods, we've added a new feature. Now here, we have a list window, which right now on this particular contact it's blank. But if I was to take and page down through the records, you'll see that when it comes across someone with a phone number, it displays in this little list box. Now, how we do that is we have to go out and read the records from an external table, build the list, and present it on the screen. And the reason that the records are in an external table is that we have split up the people table to be people and communications. Now let's look at how all that's done. Bring up our control panel. Okay, initially in the people table, if we go to edit structure, you'll see down here we have phone 1, extension 1, type 1, phone 2, right on down the line. Now that's okay, and that really comes from an old way of doing database tables. In the past, a person didn't have a whole lot of phone numbers. Nowadays, they could have a tremendous amount of numbers. They could have a home phone, a work phone, a IP phone, a Skype phone, a fax number, a pager, just an unbelievable number of numbers. So building fields for each of those phone types now becomes a redundant process in a standard table. Instead, what we want to have is a table that will serve as a lookup of the types of phones, and we can have as many as we want. So here's the table I created. Let's go to structure. All I need to have in here is an ID to link it back to the contact, a communication type, which would be home, cell, fax, Skype, whatever, and then the number. Now I could also have extension in here and so forth and so on. And ultimately we'll have that. I just don't have it right now. Now, let's go at our form and look and see how we pull that information in. Remember that when we set up this new look, we now have several search methods that'll take and find our records. So rather than writing code and putting it on each search method, I've entered the code on a single event, which is the fetch event. Here, all I'm doing is I'm setting my table, communications, and I'm telling it to get the records from that table, and then I'm telling it to display the records. The records and the values that I want displayed are right trim communication number with a space and a dash and a space, and then the communication type. And I'm linking by contact ID. Let me slide this over so that you can see the last of that. Now, in the end of it, you have to take and tell it what your variable or your value is linking to. So here we're using contact ID text, which is a field that is on our form. And since the form is the parent form and the one that's open, it finds it without any issue. Then our table or our list has to have a watch variable, so I set this variable here. Then I activate it, refresh it, and then this little deal I've got here is if the browse window allowing you to browse through contacts in the old method is open, then I want to activate that so that you can continually hit the up and down arrow key and search through records. If not, I tell it to go to our contact list for a progressive lookup so that you can type in and find another contact. That way, no matter which method you're using, you continuously have focus on the one you need to continue to do your search. Okay, so basically this is everything that we need to do. We have the fetch of the records, we have the lookup value, and then we're refreshing on the screen. Now, the pH list is a variable that I set, so let's go to variables. And we have pH list, which is set to character, and under layout variables, I've added the VC-COM for a communication type, and we also added a global variable, which we don't need to show you here. I put that in our auto exec, so let's go over there. And here you go, CDV, which is our watch variable. Now when we take and go ahead and look at the values for our list, we can go in and select properties and go to choices. Our choices, the expression is var pH list, and then the watch variable is CDV. Now the watch variable, if the value is 0, it sets it to 1. If it's 1, it sets it back to 0. And as soon as that variable changes, it automatically refreshes our list and displays the new values over here in our list object. That's it. So once again, let's close this, and we're going to go all the way out, bring it back up, allow you to see my logo again. It's a nice logo. And then we're going to go to people, and we're going to go ahead and search this way. We're going to go ahead and select Brad Simmons, search, and there you go. He has phone numbers. Alright, now we're going to search the other way. We'll bring this up, we're going to show all, and we'll go to Jeffrey Tillman, and let's take a look at him. There you go. He has several phone numbers that we put in there. That's it for today's lesson. On the next lesson, what we'll look at is how to take and add values and the differences between using a form that pops up as a dialog or using an X dialog box. Thanks a lot and have a great day.